Hajime Mashe dudes. Welcome back to Rise Alignment. I'm still Elias. And welcome back to YouTube. I just don't know what I'm doing. I'm just out here in nature, living my life and trying to enjoy it instead of just only making YouTube videos in a stuffy office building. You know, that office space is pretty fucking sweet. I think today I'm gonna try to break down some intangibles as I meander through this state park out here in Felton, and just kind of like, as the wisdom comes, just vomit it up for you. Hope somebody gets some benefit out of it, and let's just see how it goes. Why the fuck not? Changed my name to Evan Flow, so of course I gotta be over by the water. Or I added the flow because I was born. First name is Evan, but going by Elias, which is my middle name, for all of the zero curious people that exist. One of the things that has come up in my meandering has been the universal individual. Like, I'm making this shit for people to watch on the internet, but like, who are these people? Like, they probably have names. It's one of the universalities of individuality is a name, a title, some type of demarcation of like, you are this person that you say that you are. Something that I started reading this book, put a picture of it over here as I'm talking about it, but that I'm a channel for the divine, and that I'm a mirror for the truth, mirror for the beauty, and a speaker for the truth. That like, beauty is less intangible because it's very much a mathematical, like, you can just look at it, witness it, and be like, yo, that chick's hot, she's beautiful. But then the speaker for the truth is a little bit more intangible, to kind of like whet your palate, because like, how do you know what the fuck the truth is? And how do you break down the information take the information into knowledge? Oh, look, a duck. There's a duck. Fucking duck. And then take it from knowledge, and then take action upon what you know to be true. Wisdom. To creating wisdom, amalgamating, distilling, alchemically, metaphorically, but also literally. I'm talking about the trivium for the uninitiated. There's just this is not what teaching you what to think, edifying, indoctrinating you into being like, you need to do this based because I tell you, because I'm the authority. I'm not a school teacher, but teaching you how to think because I'm a fucking philosopher, and I'm working on this new title. That's not a life coach, but I'm a spiritual mechanic. Work on your spirit, raise your spirits, raise your consciousness, raise your dongers for the fucking League of Legends nerds out there, and just fucking, how do you keep on keeping on when life doesn't get isn't very nice to you? Because not only is pleasure something we seek for its own sake sometimes, but we definitely avoid pain. But pain and pleasure aren't super intangible either, but you need to experience discomfort in order to grow, which is like a super masculine idea, because women, they like to be comfortable, and I can't knock them for it, because being comfy is fucking great. Like, my feet hurt right now, so I need to stand up and move around, and I'm gonna stop recording this little bit, but too meta. Oh, Jesus. So beautiful. Feel a little awkward. Some people came up over the way over there, and I'm like, I'm not the only one. Fucking nature. I don't own nature either. Like, it's just probably part of the universal individual. If I'm being 1000% honest, like, there's flow, not overly of like water, but like time. Even though it's just only ever the present moment is the only thing that actually exists. It's just the nature of nature to be changing, evolving, moving through time and space, seasons, movement of the sun and the stars and the moon, and how that all, we're just part of it in our own little like cycle. The ego versus eco meme that I'm gonna just be repeating until the day I die. That like, we only want to act like we're holier than thou and dominate and lord over it, when it's just part of us. We are part of it. It's one and the same. If we can put down our need to be powerful and just surrender to the thing that's bigger than us and that we're a part of, however you want to say that, or call it, name it. Virtue probably is the number one most intangible thing of all time. That to be virtuous, to act right, to act good, to do good, to be good, to feel good, to live good, requires consistency and an unchanging attitude that even when it's difficult, even when it's hard, that you're still doing right and being consistent in your virtue. Like, change might be universal, but once you are always choosing to be righteous or good, that like you don't get a day off. You don't get to, but the whole thing of degeneracy or evil or being bad, being a bad boy, it's kind of fun. Don't get me wrong, I was a bad boy back in the day. But like, only insofar as that like rebelling, being bad within a system that's even worse, you're technically good by comparison. Like, if there's people like Jeffrey Epstein at the top pulling the strings, that like me just like kind of being a dick to like get chicks to like me isn't really all that bad, in my opinion. But like, that was a whole healing phase in my life that I had to go through when I was fucking selling weed and being a medicine man before I would ever realize that I would just wanted to become a shaman. It's just kind of crazy to look back at it in retrospect, because hindsight's 2020 or whatever, 2015, perfect vision. You can reflect upon the past and learn from it, trying to be better for your future, you know? Like, it's just fucking, that might be an intangible too, is the 1% of your evolution over time. You don't really notice it, but that like you are changing and you are growing and you are evolving, especially if you're doing it like consciously, if you're making the decision to do it versus just like allowing life to like smack you over the head and like having a midlife crisis because you haven't changed in 20 years. It's just, couldn't be me. I've already gone through my midlife crisis drinking ayahuasca and having my ego deaths through plant medicines. Like, you practice dying enough times, and then you get to the actual last one and you're like, it's not so bad, I've been practicing this my whole life. Like, fuck it, whatever, who cares? That's probably maybe another intangible is not death, but like the afterlife, or like the spirit realm, or literally the whole spectrum of light and sensory stimuli that we create technology to be able to measure that only affects our like physical bodies and health. Like, I'm thinking of like radiation, that like you can't see it, but like it'll destroy you and tear your DNA apart and fuck you up. So like, it's intangible, but it's measurable. So I think definitely there's a distinction to be made there, that like the intangibles have this aspect of, at least as so far as like your virtue is concerned, that like people become the measuring sticks by which, or your reputation is the measuring stick by which that intangible becomes measurable. I just thought this would be a cool shot of all these silly ass redwood trees. Like, they're so cool looking. But the next virtue that I was pondering as I was wandering was trust or certainty, and how not only trust in other people for our imaginary universal individual who has a name probably, but that you can take action. You can't take action without certainty, but that involves inherent risk, or assumed risk, obviously, that if you aren't certain, and even if you are certain, like, living is risky business. Like, if it wasn't risky or difficult or hard, we'd go on doing it forever. But that trust between at least one other person is risk. You're gambling every time, unless you have that history of repeated over time. You could see the way that they act and the way that they speak and the way that they think and feel are all in alignment with one another, and that consistency builds the trust over time. But then you also have to build that with yourself, and that it's an intangible thing that's more valuable than silver or gold or anything tangible, because it gives you certainty, it gives you faith. That was another, I don't know if it's really a virtue or intangible, that you're just the next thing in your life that not even the next thing in your life, but just something that you need in your life. You have to have faith in something, in an institution, in an idea. Like for me, the one infinite creator, Zymo, is what I'm calling it these days. My own mythology that I'm living through and building, and as I come to understand the other mythologies of the world and how they're all just astrotheology or redressed, repainted, fucking wallpapered theology. It's all it has been throughout time and space. But we have such a literalist interpretation that, like, oh yeah, they were talking about this, they were talking about some made up idea of God, that, but they were probably just talking about like Saturn or Zeus or Kronos or Chiron or Mars and not Achilles, but what's the Roman or the god of war in Greece, bro? Shit, I can't even remember. It's been too long. I know Athena was wisdom. Wow, it's gonna bother me so much that I can't remember the god of war for fucking Kratos kills him. Definitely Kratos kills him in the video game, but can't think what the fuck he's called in the Greek fucking pantheon anymore. So lame, so dumb. I think one thing though about virtue or truth and how they combine into some type of faith in a thing that's bigger than yourself is that you should be allowed to question it. That ultimately, with free will, comes the ability to be like, are you sure, God? Or like, how do we know what we know, epistemology or whatever the fuck it is? Because we can ask the questions and we can measure the cause and the effect. And that living without virtue, living in fear, and not being able to build trust and love. Oh yeah, love might be an intangible for too, like, but you can see it in the way that behavior becomes the measuring stick of the methodology of love or whatever. That you have the right to be able to at least ask reasonable questions, because like obviously you want to ask trick questions or stupid questions because they definitely exist, but repetition is really the thing that defines a stupid question. That if you keep asking the same question over and over and can't embody the knowledge and transmute it and turn it into wisdom, then you're just gonna keep asking stupid questions and you might just get stupid answers. Like, fuck around and find out. That's what I'm saying. The sun is so bright, but this just felt right. I just walked past a sign that was like, hey, like, don't touch the trees, don't climb on the trees and stay on the path. And I'm like, there's clearly a path here that other people have walked. So like, I'm not the first one to ignore the rules. I'm not original in my rebelling, but the virtue or the intangible from the last upload was love. And how I feel like that has to be some combination of all the other ones together. That you can't be in fear, you can't not have trust, you can't not like see the beauty in life if you are holding love in your heart. I was looking for a spot that had all this green on it that I could lay down in, just because there's the symbology, the wombology of green as the heart chakra, the anahata chakra is very, for me, makes sense. There's a reason that earth is green, that nature's chlorophyll is green. It's the life-sustaining property that just loves to be and is. That we get to bask in it, swim in it, and be loved by it and love it if we choose to. It's all about your free will still. Hopefully I'm not talking too quietly. I'm not trying to have anybody who's over there in the path fucking be like, yo, what the fuck is that kid's doing? Just laying down. For that guy, I guess I'm not really a kid anymore. I'm almost 30. I just always still feel like a little kid, man. Trapped in this fucking body. Being an adult. It's so annoying. It's cool, man. It's a cool thing to be here doing this, living and loving and laughing. I think we take it for granted so frequently, and trying to just be grateful, journaling every day, writing every day. Want to remember and have a fucking treasure trove of information and leave a legacy behind so that people can learn from me and be better off in the future for the fact that I suffered the way that I did, and that universal individual, whoever you are, you're out there, and I'm doing that for you too, man. So yeah, love, trust, certainty, virtue, righteousness, and good, beauty, the intangibles. Just imagining the Expendables, but like a bunch of fucking monks all fucking blissed out instead of a bunch of dudes carrying guns or whatever. I don't know what the thumbnail of this video is gonna be at all right now, but I just think that that should be so goddamn funny, man. But that's basically it. I mean, like, share, comment, subscribe, keep the algorithm satisfied. If I don't see you while I'm alive, catch you on the flip side after I die. Aloha, mahalo, and fucking poha.